Okay, thank you guys for joining me. Today we are going to talk about how to conquer 2021 in 2020. So right now we have, about 9 days until the end of the year, and these are days that tend to be a little bit on the slower side for real estate. You might have some showings, you might have things going on, but a lot of us tend to have a little bit more free time these days. And in my mind, this is probably the best time that you have over the course of the year to get prepared, right? End of the year, holidays. Obviously, we aren't doing too much with our families this year, potentially, given the situation. But we're home, kind of staying safe or showing properties. But there are some things that you can do right now to set yourself up for success next year. And I think these are kind of 5 easy things that you can do to get yourself going and get yourself ready. The first is to set your mindset and to get into the idea that you are going to be successful in 2021. The second is to prepare goals and to make goals that are smart, and we'll go over kind of what that looks like. To schedule yourself and to make sure that you know what you're going to be doing to be successful. To learn and take advantage of this time to catch up on some things or do some research and doing what you're doing right now and being on this webinar, which is great. And the last thing is network and to wake up your network and get them ready to make you successful in 2021. So the first thing is your mindset, and I really take this to heart. I was told this a very long time ago. What you need to do is you need to be open to being successful. You need to be open to the business, and you really can't be successful without wanting to be successful, right? You need to have some sort of determination, drive, and ability to kind of take on the challenges that this business provides. The law of attraction, like likes like, as many of you know, if you think things are going to happen, they can happen. And again, if nothing else, you need to be prepared for the adversity that can happen in this field. People are flaky. People aren't going to call you back. It's going to take a while to do a deal. There are a lot of obstacles. So if you take some time and prepare yourself mentally to deal with that adversity and to say, you know what? There are going to be challenges. There are going to be roadblocks in this business, but I'm going to overcome them. And that's part of me developing as an agent, is to overcome those things, right? If you go into it with that mentality, you're going to have an amazing year. I really like to just start thinking about, what can I do to be successful, and why am I the best real estate agent out there? I think I'm going to be successful because, right? Ask yourself these things and talk about it, right? You guys are all extremely talented. Even if you're a brand new agent, you have skills that other people don't have. And you need to think about what makes you amazing, right? I'm an amazing real estate agent. And I'm just going to go off of me, right? I'm an amazing real estate agent because I care about my clients, right? That's the number one thing. I care that they're happy with the process from the first time I meet with them till the time they close. Because to me, every person that I work with is going to be my best referral agent, right? Anyone that I've done business with who likes me, they're going to refer their agents. And I can give you an example of this right now, right? As we were sitting here, I got a text from someone saying, hey, we have friends looking to rent or buy a place in Williamsburg. We'd love to know if you're open to helping them, right? And this is from a client that I rented to that's very happy with me, and they're referring friends of theirs. So that is how this business acts, right? And I know that I'm an amazing real estate agent because I make everyone happy. 99.9% of people, let's not lie, but 99.9% of people happy, and they're going to refer their friends and family to me. So that's why. And I will be successful in 2021 because I want to be successful, and I want this to be my best year possible, and I want it to be the best year possible for all of you guys as well. So really take some time, decompress, set your mindset, and get into a place where you're happy and excited and ready to take over this year, right? We can't start at a negative spot. We can't start at a place where we're not happy if we think that we're going to be successful in this. And again, I really, really, really believe this. And so take some time. If you need help getting over some adversity, talk to friends, family members, talk to me. We can kind of get over it. But really start the year thinking, I'm going to be successful. This is going to be my best year yet. So after you're in this great mindset, and again, hopefully you guys are already there, and I'm so happy that you guys are all on this Zoom right now, the next thing you really want to do is prepare goals, right? You can achieve anything that you want to next year, right? You can be a brand new agent and you can make $1 million. It's going to take a lot of work, and we are going to be able to get you there, but set a goal, right? And we have to make sure that these goals are smart. And again, in your first year in real estate, you could make $1 million, but that is attainable, which is on here. But what we want to do is we want to find things that are specific, right? I want to be very specific in these goals that I set. And this is going to be part of us all talking. We're going to have a goal session within the first week of 2021. We want your goals to be specific, right? We want them to be measurable. I can track it. So it's not going to be like, I want to make money this year, right? Because that's not specific. And that's, it's measurable that you made money, but it's not specific enough. So specific, measurable, attainable. Again, you can make $1 million in your first year in real estate. It's going to be very challenging, but if you know a lot of rich people, you can definitely do that. You want it to be relevant. You want it to be something that is actually, within the realm of real estate and time-based, right? We want to put an end to it. So, the way I look at this is you should have short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. And to me, the nicest thing about goals is you can kind of cross them off, check them off, reassess them, and then change them, right? So for short-term goals, think of things that you can do to get your business started. And these are very small, manageable things, right? So maybe you're saying, I want to post 5 ads on RentHop today, right? Write it down, put it on your goal sheet, send it to me. Say, Jason, this is my goal for today. Will you please follow up with me to make sure I did this, right? And I will. And find someone you can be accountable with. And for some people, they can be very accountable to themselves. For other people, they want someone like a manager or like an activity partner that you can be accountable with. And again, find people on this Zoom or within the offices that you work well with to say, I want you to help me be accountable to these goals that I have. Maybe it's to complete 1 rental this week. Again, that's very specific. It's measurable. It's attainable. It's part of real estate. And again, it's this week, right? Don't just say, I want to do a rental, because you don't have an end point in place. So, the medium-term goals, right? 1 new sale client this month. The long-term goals of 10 sale closings in 2021, right? They should be, again, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. And all of these things are. And it's important to set these goals and really sit down when you're, again, in a clear, good mindset, prepare these goals, and you can say, I want to make $50,000 in 2021, right? And so that's great. That's a great goal to have. So what does that then mean for each of these different time periods, right? And so this is what we do. And the next step is to prepare a schedule, right? So you want to take your goals and break them down. So again, if you say, I would like to do 4 sales in 2021, right? Is that a SMART goal? It's specific, right? 4 goals. It's measurable. I know if I've closed 4 sales or not. It's attainable because, again, 4 sales in a year is only 1 every 3 months, right? That's very attainable. That's almost easy to do if you are doing the steps and taking the things that you need to do to be successful in this business. It's relevant. It's based in the real estate realm, and it's time-based, right? I want to do this by the end of the year. So then what you want to do is you want to break that down. So if you're saying, I would like to do 4 sales this year, that's a great goal. It's an attainable goal. So what does that mean? That means that you're doing 1 sale every 3 months, right? And what does that mean if we break it down even further, right? So that means that I need to be working with an average of 10 sale leads to get those into contract, right? And so you need to then create 10 sale leads. And how are you going to do that, right? Are you going to take out OpCity leads? Are you going to take Weichert.com leads? Are you going to talk to your friends, family, and sphere and stuff like that? If you're not, then you need to prospect. And so what does that mean then, right? For each of those leads, you need to make about 200 calls or send about 20,000 emails to get those leads, right? And these are all things, right? This is the biggest thing for me. Everything I'm telling you here is free. So you don't have to invest a penny into your business plan in order to do these things. This is all going to be things that you can do without putting any further costs in or anything like that. And again, you need to then prepare your schedule. And this is something we'll also do in the first week of 2021. We're going to have a schedule planning day to go over, right? What do I have to do on again, on a quarterly, and then on a monthly, and then on a weekly, and then a daily basis to get to whatever these goals are that you have. We've gone over this, many of us, with the business plan and things like that. So I have a good sense of kind of some of your goals, but we're going to make them even more important and more kind of a part of what we're doing so that we can get you to attain these goals and attain all these kind of different points along the way. The other thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you're taking some time every week. And again, I can say it could be 10 minutes, right? and think about your plan, right? What is your plan going to be for the rest of the week? Maybe it's on Sunday night. You sit down for 10 minutes, listen to some, classical music or something like that, and say, okay, what am I doing this week? And how is that going to help me get to these different goals that I have? You also need to plan breaks, and we can get overwhelmed by this business so easily. It tends to happen where things snowball. You might have one or two leads. You're like, I don't have enough business. I don't have a business. You spend a lot of time prospecting, and boom, you have too much business. So make sure that you are giving yourself time, right? I try, and it doesn't work all the time, but I try to not work on Saturdays whenever I can. And to take vacation every once in a while. And again, that doesn't mean you're not checking your email. It doesn't mean other things, but it means that you're focusing on ways to relax and things that are great in your life. Because if you schedule every minute of every day for real estate, you're going to get burnt out. And so plan breaks, right? Plan, an hour, hey, I'm going to have lunch break and I'm not going to check my phone, right? Turn your phone off. I did it right now because sometimes it's hard because my phone will be buzzing. I'll be thinking about stuff, getting emails, yada, yada. So there are times when we need to plan breaks. And so make sure that you're also doing that in your schedule. And again, we can sit down and we can put a schedule together for you. What should I be doing from 9 to 10 every Monday, from 11 to 12 every Tuesday? These time blocks are really important to make yourself more productive and to be able to be successful. So take some time now to put this together so that you start 2021 on a schedule already. So the next one is love to learn, right? And this is the third thing. And I think, again, being here and being a part of this workshop is great because you're already showing that you are open to these. We have so much time now and we have some time in our hands that's, again, a little bit of a downtime. So love to learn, right? Start taking time to build your knowledge about the market. Start taking time to build your knowledge about real estate, right? We have dozens of workshops that I've done over the last 8 to 9 months or so that are recorded and on the YouTube channel. And again, when I send the link for this YouTube video, you'll get the entire channel. Within Weichert University, there are also a number of recorded webinars and things like that. In addition to that, there's the My Weichert Success Plan. And again, this is going to be your best free way to supercharge your prospecting in 2021. So if you haven't completed the My Weichert Success Plan, do it, right? And if you've done it and you haven't met with Annabelle, do it. These are things you can still do over the next week or so to get ready to take on 2021, right? And to start a consistent prospecting campaign in 2021. In addition, again, what people say, these are supercomputers, right? We all have like more knowledge than has ever been on the planet in the palm of our hand. And so when you're walking somewhere, right? If you're on the subway, wherever you are, you can take a couple minutes and read about real estate, right? I oftentimes, my schedule before I had the dog, I'll give it that the dog has definitely disrupted this, but it was that I would wake up, I would check the alerts that I had from OLR to new listings for my clients, and then I would check curb.com, I would check The Real Deal, and I would check New York Times News, right? And that would be the first 20 minutes of my day, just doing those things. Immerse yourself in real estate, right? There are so many blogs out there. There are so many books. There's so many articles. There's articles on how to prospect. There's books on how to relate to people, right? One of the best books that I've ever read is Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? It's a great book that just talks about relationships and how to build a relationship with someone. And things like that are ways to enrich yourself. And so take some time. And there are so many ways of doing this, and it's an infinite way. So you can almost do it too much. But to read about real estate, to read about relationships, to kind of get caught up, because that will help you be able to talk more about something, right? I tell everyone, pick one neighborhood, learn it, and part of that is knowing the new developments that are there. The open listing rentals, the key players with management companies, and all that. There are so many places that you can read about this. And again, if you need help finding it, let me know. But blogs, books, articles, YouTube, wherever it is, love to learn and really take that to heart, because this is a business where the more you know, the more successful you're going to be. Finally, and again, I had called this Award Your Network, but then I switched it to Wake Up Your Network. And so that's why the little word is there in the corner. Use the holidays and use this time of year, right? We have, and again, we have Christmas coming up this week. We just had Hanukkah. We have New Year's coming up, which again, everyone celebrates New Year's and stuff like that. Use the holidays as a reason to reach out to people and thank them, or to say hi to them, or just to remind them that you're in real estate, right? A small gift, a holiday note, a card, an e-card, again, free, 100% free, really goes a long way to remind people about you and that you are in this business, right? Let them know how you are and ask how they are, right? This is about talking to people. And I say, get them on the phone. Just say, hey, just want to give you a quick call, Sharon. Haven't talked to you in a while. I'm thinking about you. I hope everything is well. Really looking forward to an amazing 2021. And again, they'll usually be like, oh, how's the real estate market, right? If they know that you're in real estate. And if they don't, if you're new in real estate, just wanted to let you know, I'm starting 2021 with a bang. I've just got my real estate license. I've just reactivated my real estate license. I'm looking to help people. If you know of anyone looking to buy, sell, or rent, let me know. Love to help them. That's it, right? It's not a salesy pitch, but let them know your goals, right? Hey, as you know, I got my real estate license last year. I did 4 sales. My goal this year is to do 8 sales, and I would love your help getting there. If you wouldn't mind, anyone you know, New York, New Jersey, wherever it is, please refer them to me. I can help them. If I can't, I have coworkers who can totally help them. One of the things is that we oftentimes think, and this happens a lot with very, very close friends, or at least this is my experience, that, Sally knows I do real estate, so Sally's going to refer everyone to me, right? And then you find out from Sally, one of her friends, Boston, like, oh, I didn't know you did Brooklyn, right? I didn't know you worked in Queens. I didn't know you could do Long Island. And so I tend to, and I can tell you this as an example, right? I had a client who I rented something in New York to. Her family's from New York and stuff like that. And she and I are friends. We went to college together. I didn't know, but she and I connected over an Instagram post, something like that. She's like, oh my God, so cute. And I was like, oh, how are you doing? What are you up to? She's like, oh, we're actually thinking about buying a house out in the Hamptons. And so, and I go, oh, wow, that's a coincidence because I just got my license out and my colleague and I are working out in the Hamptons. And she's like, oh my God, well, we're working with someone, but I don't like him. I'm like, great, why don't we go out and see some places? We did. She's in contract. And again, that's something I wouldn't have got had I not spoken to her or kind of kept up with her. And potentially that's actually a story showing that I didn't keep enough in touch with her because she didn't know that I did that, though I had just gotten the license, whatever. We don't have to go into those details. But, they won't remember you if you don't tell them, if you don't ask for things, if you don't really kind of reach out and just say, hey, I know you're happy in your co-op, but if anyone in the building thinks about selling, I'd love to be there for them, right? We can always, help out anyone in need. And I tell people, even if I just give someone a piece of advice and they don't want to use me, that's totally fine. I'd love to talk to anyone that looking to buy, sell, or rent real estate. And oftentimes those things where you just give information lead to referrals and lead to other things. So again, if you're new, right, and you don't have any clients, people. So introduce yourself, talk to people. And again, if you say, I don't know anyone, right, I have no friends, no family left, it's just me here, not a problem, right? We can use Cole Realty. Again, you can look at the Cole Decor emails and you can start building your network that way. So, so again, 2021 is going to be our best year ever. I know this was a fairly short one, but I think again, just doing very small things right now is going to set you up for an amazing 2021. And really think about your goals, think about your mindset, think about the schedule, think about learning, and tap into your network. And if you do these things, and even if you only do a few of them, you're going to be super duper successful in 2021. So I'm going to stop the recording right now. Thank you guys.